The Alash Party is a social political national liberation movement that united the Kazakh intelligentsia. Created in the 1970s by journalist and publicist Alikhan Bukikhanov, linguist, poet, and translator Ahmed Baitursunov, and writer Mirzak Abdulatov. Ideologically aligned with the cadets, the leader of the party was Alikhan Bukikhanov, the official member of the party newspaper Kazakh. The word Alash means tribesman or relative in Turkic languages, but according to some sources, Alash may be used as a synonym to Kazakh. Qadrgali Jalayir, Kazakh chronicle and politician, often used Alash as the word to replace Kazakh. The party had plans to unite all Turkic peoples of Central Asia and create independent state. For that, they didn't want Kazakhs to be a titular nation, so they decided to choose word Alash, creating a new Turkic identity between nations. However, this plan didn't work out. Kazakh politician Mustafa Shokhkai commented the first congresses of Alash. Congress became a symbolic sign to show our unity by common goal to unite great Turkic peoples.
В 1918 году взаимоотношения между большевиками и алашевцами стали уже предельно напряженными. По сути, это был конфликт двух совершенно различных взглядов на дальнейшее развитие общества. Алашординцы, они были как бы совсем из другого теста. Это были интеллигенты до мозга костей, чей внутренний вектор был направлен на созидание. А красные были радикалами. Они хотели сломать все старое и построить все новое. Как писал Ленину в апреле 2020 года Тимофей Сидельников, это член Государственной Думы, который долго проработал в крае, он писал: почему мы никогда не сможем прийти к консенсусу с членами Алаш? Почему они принципиально остаются против большевиков и гражданской войны? Очень просто. Им, пишет он, как пацифистам, гораздо больше нравится мирный и законный путь решения всех спорных вопросов, как внешних, так и внутренних.
The policy of Al-Shorda was built in difficult conditions. Autonomy existed between two fires, the Soviet government and the White movement. In June 1918, after the fall of Soviet power, the Alash people decided to invalidate all acts of Soviet power on the territory of the Alash autonomy. When the military superiority of the Reds became obvious, the Alash people, realizing that the Kazakh population was in an extremely difficult situation, agreed to the resignation of Soviet power. In addition, on November 4, 1919, the Revolutionary Military Council of the Republic published a decree on amnesty for Alash figures. On December 21, 1919, the regional councils of Al-Shorda made official decision to go over to the side of the Soviet power. Dulatov wrote, the Bolsheviks want to destroy and break everything at once, take power into their own hands and do everything in their own way. Of course, the belief that there should be neither rich nor poor in the world, that everyone should be equal in life, in peace and solidarity is all good, but you will need a couple of centuries to realize all this. Almost the entire command and administrative resource of Al-Shorda joined the Soviet authorities. Property, weapons and armed units were also transferred to the Bolsheviks. And on March 5, 1920, the Military Evolutionary Committee of the Kyrgyz territory officially liquidated the Alash autonomy. Alikhan Bukikhanov stated that he did not like the Soviet regime, but was forced to recognize it. The book Movement of Al-Shorda provides information from the protocol of the testimony of Bukikhanov Alikhan, dated May 27, 1929, where Alikhan Bukikhanov calls the Soviet government his enemy. Validov and I agreed on joint struggle against our enemies, among whom, of course, was Soviet authority. Ahmed Zaki, Validi, and Alikhan Bukikhan met in 1912, where after the publication of Validi's book, the events developed in such a way that Validi and Bukikhan had to be in the thick of historical events. Their last meeting took place in 1918 in Ufa during a discussion of issues related to the creation of a federation of southern Muslims. In April 1930, about 40 people were sentenced to various terms in imprisonment, the death among them Ahmed Baytursunov, Mirzakov Dulatov, Mirzaghazi Ispolov, Khalil Gabasov, Kazımbek Birimjanov, Mirza Abdulatov, and others. Gadushokin mobilized for this proletarian part of the intelligentsia, which formed ideological substantial of repressive against all.